Hello and welcome to Queen of Sheba. I'm so sorry that it's taken me so long to do another video. I've just been so busy with work, but here I am. I'm back here, really excited to be doing this video today. I am going to be doing a video on my very first Louis Vuitton handbags that I purchased probably about 3 years ago in New York City when my husband and I were traveling there on a holiday. Okay, this is it, my very first designer handbag that I ever purchased. Actually, no, that's not true. I purchased a Chloe bag off Net-a-Porter, and that was my very first designer handbag. But this is my very first Louis Vuitton. So it is the Alma bag in black epi leather. I love this bag. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's my little go-to bag. I tend to go back to it every couple of weeks. I absolutely love it. I have used it a lot. And I have sort of scuffed it up a little bit on the sides there, you can probably see. But you know what? It kind of just adds to the character of the bag. I love it. I also got this little keychain as well, which I just think adds a little something to the bag. It's great. It holds a lot of stuff, which is great. But it's not one of those bucket bags, so you don't sort of tend to just put everything in there and lose a whole heap of your stuff. Things are really easy to find in this bag, which is great. So the little story behind this bag is that we were traveling to New York, first time in New York. I got this from Fifth Avenue, the Fifth Avenue store in New York City. And the staff there was so lovely. They weren't snobby, they weren't pretentious, super helpful, super lovely, super funny. I think we posed, well, I posed, my husband took the photo thinking I was hilarious at the time, with the staff assistant that sold me the bag. You know, it was my first Louis Vuitton. It was like, it was a little milestone or a little goal that I could sort of tick off my list. I guess owning a Louis Vuitton was always a bit of a dream for me. Had always walked past the store and glazed into the window and always loved what I saw, and I thought, you know what, if I work really, really hard, hopefully one day I might be able to actually go in and actually purchase the bag. And I did. It was actually the first year that I owned, that I went into business and started my own PR company, and we just landed a heap of amazing clients, and we were on holiday in New York, and I thought, you know what, let's just do it. Worked really, really hard. I'm going to do it and splurge. And so I did, and I've never looked back. Absolutely love it. But when I was in New York, I also saw another bag like this from Louis Vuitton as well, but it was in red, and it had the little LV monogram logo all over it. I just saw someone carrying it on the street, and I was like, ooh, I like that bag. Maybe I should have got that one. So I'd already purchased this one by that stage, and I thought, we can't have two. I can't go in and buy another one. That's ridiculous in kind of the space of 1 week. And so I had this. I loved it. Wasn't regretting it at all. Always wanted to have the black. So went back to the store, just to have a look. Just wanted to have a little look and just see maybe how much it was, or just wanted to have a squiz. So of course they didn't have it. The red was like a few seasons ago, and they stopped doing it. It was discontinued, and I was like, oh, well, that's it, you know. Well, I like to say I was thinking that's it, but of course I'm a woman, so I was just obsessing about it in my mind for the next few days. I was like, I've got to have that bag. So I started getting on eBay, seeing where I could find it. Went to every Louis Vuitton store in New York, and of course nobody had it. And I was like, oh well, you know, not meant to happen. And then my husband and I were walking downtown in Soho, and we were just cruising around. I think we just had a really beautiful lunch together, and he was off doing his thing, and I was off just looking at, you know, different shops or whatever, and he just comes, we see him running around the corner going, baby, you've got to come and see the shop that I just found. You're gonna love it, you're gonna freak out. And I was like, what is it? He's up to something, you know. I thought maybe he was leading me astray into a guitar shop or something, because he's a guitarist, and you know, his life pretty much revolves around me and guitars. But it wasn't a guitar. We walked around the corner, and there was this amazing designer vintage consignment shop, and in the window was this, the red Louis Vuitton Alma bag with the little logos all over it, and I was like, what, are you kidding me? It was right bang in the middle of this shop in the window with this like light shining down onto it, and I was like, are you kidding? No way, like it's meant to be. And my husband, who's pretty practical about these sort of things, he doesn't like to encourage this handbag obsession that I have. Usually just very practical. He's always like, well, you've worked hard, you know, maybe you should think about it. But he was like, oh my gosh, it was because he was sort of living on that journey with me. He was like, come on, you've got to get it, this is your bag. And then of course, as soon as he says, yes, you can have it, I'm like, really? It's so expensive, is this practical? But you know what, I walked into the store, tried it on, and I loved it. I fell in love. It is such a ladies bag, you know, it looks fantastic with a blue jean, anything with sort of navy or black. Always get so many comments when I wear this bag, and it gets better. When we were in the shop, my husband, again, he was incredibly great this day as a shopping partner. There was also this little coin heart bag available. Of course, it was sold separately, and fell in love with this as well. But this was like another, I don't know, $300 or $400, and I was like, I can't get this on top of also having this and this and this. This is just getting out of control. So I left this in the store thinking, you know, you got to draw the line somewhere. And to my surprise, my husband went back the next day and he got it for me. So it was really, really sweet. And I just sort of connect it here, and it's got this cute little heart chain that hangs down, and I just sit it in the first pocket there. It's really handy to have. And then, of course, when I got home, I saw this. So I had to have this one as well. So it's like the 3-in-1 set, and I love it. When I use these three together, I just feel like such, I don't know, I feel like the Queen of Sheba, I guess. I feel very special, very ladylike. So these two are my very first two Louis Vuitton handbags. Alma, epi leather. I think this is epi leather as well, same sort of leather. I hope I'm getting that right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Love these bags. Again, thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment, I'll get back to you. And again, thank you for dropping by, Queen of Sheba.